I started recording. Please don't say anything spicy, okay?
Whoa. No spicy things.
Number one. So the first page will be, can you make it into slope-intercept form? Slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. I will say that on the page too, so there's no confusion. The first one, I will give you the basic one. This is the freebie. I will tell you the slope is, let's say, -2, and the intercept, the y-intercept, is 12. In this case, you just plug it into the slope-intercept form. Y equals -2, x plus 12. And you're done. You made it into the slope-intercept form. I gave you the slope and I gave you the intercept. Number one, free points. If you mess that up, you have bigger problems. Number two, slope is 5. And then I'm going to give you a coordinate point, 3, 17. In this one, that's fine. This one, I'm going to find, I have a slope. I need to find the y-intercept. So in this case, I'm going to plug in everything I know. I know an x, I know a y, and I know the slope, which is a m. So in this case, it's going to be 17 equals 5 times the x, which is 3, plus b. One more time. 17 because that's the y, 5 because that's the m, 3 because that's the x, and the letter b because that's the letter b.
I thought you moved the other way.
17 equals 15 plus b. Subtract 15 on both sides. 2 equals b. So 2 equals b, that's the hard part. Since I have b and I have m, I put my final answer together. Y equals 5x plus 2. That's my final answer. Remember, you make it into the equation. Don't forget that part. That's 1 point you leave behind if you don't do that. Number 3, 4, 6, 5, 10. In this case, I give you 2 points. So you're missing both a slope. I need to find a slope, and I need to find the y-intercept. The best thing to do is to find the slope first. In order to find the slope, we're going to use the slope equation. And the slope equation is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. I will not tell you that. You need to know that. So let's identify. This is going to be my x1, y1. This is going to be my x2, y2. So now I'm just going to plug them in as so. 10 minus 6 over 5 minus 4. 10 minus 6 is 4 over 5 minus 4 is 1. We could simplify that to a nice clean 4. So 4 is my m.
But wouldn't slope just be 4?
You could if we're graphing it. Since we're going to just do math with it, it's nicer to put it just 4. So now I have a slope. I need to find a y-intercept. So I'm going to use again the equation I know, y equals mx plus b, to figure out what my b is. In this case, you could choose to use the top one or the bottom one. I don't care which one you do. I'll pick the top one because that's the first one. So 6 equals 4, because that's the slope, times 4, because that's the x, plus b. 6 equals 16 plus b. Minus 16, minus 16. 6 minus 16, that's going to become a negative number.
-10.
-10 equals b. I found my slope. I found my b. Put it together. Y equals 4x minus 10, so that's a -10. That's your final answer. That'll be on the front of the page. Does anyone have any questions about y equals mx plus b? This is slope-intercept form. That's going to be on the front page. Hannah.
So I got the slope, I know to do that. So then for the slope point form, is that what you
Slope intercept form.
intercept form? What do you do from this? So you get the slope and then you do
So I take this one is my y over here. This m is what we found. And then I'll use a different color. This x,
you pick one of them.
yes, you have to pick one, but you can't mix match. So if you pick 4, it goes with the 6. If you pick 5, it goes with the 10. You can't do 4 and then 10. That would make a mistake, okay?
We need to like make it clear which one we pick on the quiz.
When you show me your work, I will know which one you picked. Any other questions on y equals mx?
That's what you
It's not actually on this, but how many pages is this quiz?
Both sides, so 2 pages, I guess,
You don't
front
have
side, back side.
problems in here.
After our video.
How should you get, so you wrote 6 equals 4 and then times 4. How do you get the other 4?
So this green 4
Yeah.
is from the x over here. Okay? All right. I'm going to the second page. It's going to be point slope form. I will also write this on your page so you don't need to remember the actual equation. Y minus y1 equals m. Oh, that's a horrible m. M x minus x1. So in this one, I'm going to give you slope is, I don't know, 10. And then a coordinate point, -3, comma 7. In this case, we have a slope, which is my m value, and I have a specific xy. So I call that x sub 1, y sub 1. In that case, I could just plug it in straight through. Y minus 7 equals 10x. So this is technically a double negative, so minus -3. So we're going to write that as plus 3. Hey, it's written in the form I want. I am done. So number... No, you don't want to solve it. There's one where you will solve. Solve, I know. But I'm going to show you where we solve it, and it'll be for the graphing, okay? So number 4.
Is there ever gonna,
Yeah, go ahead.
is there ever going to be a number where both y and x are?
Not in this quiz. We'll use that in the future. All right, 5. 3, comma 7. And let's do 1, comma 11. In this case, I don't have a slope, so I need to find a slope. So I'm going to call this one x1, y1,
This already?
basically, but now we're going to do it in this one. x2, y2. So the slope formula is y2 minus y1, so 11 minus 7, over x2 minus x1, 1 minus 3. On the top, we get 4, and on the bottom, we get -2. So 4 divided by -2, -2 equals x. Or, oh, not x. -2 is going to equal my m value, or my slope. Yeah. Once I know, I'll tell you. That'll be after the holidays for sure, though.
You said that we could do the x2, x1, y2, y1 in any order as long as it's one.
They go together, yeah.
So I did 3 minus 1. I got positive 2. That
Then what was the top? It should have been negative.
It was, so I did 11 minus 7 is 4, 4 over 2, and then 4 divided by 2, and then 2 divided by 2.
No. If you did 3 minus 1, then this should be 7 minus 11.
Oh, you have to switch both.
Yes, you can't pick or choose. That's what I mean by together. They have to be both y1 and x1. All right, so m is -2. I have a slope. I have a couple of points. Either one you choose will be correct. So you could write it like this. y minus 7 equals negative 2, x minus 3. That's one correct answer. Another way you could write it is y minus 11 equals negative 2, x minus 1. That's another correct answer. Both are okay. Both are good. Okay. All right, number 6 is the hardest one, so please pay attention to this for sure. For number 6, I'm going to ask you to graph a point-slope form. So let's do y minus 1 equals 3x plus 1. Okay. For this one, I am going to convert it into something we already know how to graph. Good. We're going to convert it into slope-intercept form, or y equals mx plus b. The best way to do that is to solve for y, or in other words, get y by itself. So the first thing I'm going to do is distribute 3 to both sides. So y minus 1 equals 3x plus 3. Don't forget to distribute the 3 over here too. Common mistake. Then we're going to do plus 1 on both sides. Y equals 3x plus 4. That's useful because once I put it like that, I know what my y-intercept is. 3 plus 1.
Why did you plus 1?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no, like, why do you here?
This one? Because there's a 1 over here. We get y by itself.
Oh, okay.
So b is my y-intercept, aka 0, 4. And my m is my slope, which is 3 over 1. Since they're both positive, that means I'm going to go up and right, or the reverse, down and left.
Are you going to give us a
When
graph
did we
for
learn
Yes.
this?
We didn't.
We did graphing in the past. So it's an application of what we've learned before.
Can we do another one?
I'm happy to do more after the program. Go ahead. So in this case, my y-intercept is 0, 4, which was the last test. So 0, 4, I'm going to put my y-intercept here. And my slope is 3 over 1. So that means I'm going to go up 3, right 1, or down 3, left 1. If it doesn't fit when going up, make sure you can do it backwards. Then you just connect your dots. Those,
The negative one, or you could just make the one.
do the positive negative if it fits. It helps with getting the correct answer, trust me. With that in mind, those are the 6 questions that will be on your quiz with different numbers, but those are going to be the 6 questions on your quiz.
Could you do another one, please?
Sure. I'm just going to stop the recording here because it covers everything.